in the final race of day 5.
Well, for British supporters, this was going to be the perfect score. But we didn't know it at this stage. It was quite an aggressive dial-up. The British came in on the left-hand side on port, Greek came in on starboard. They got engaged very quickly indeed. It wasn't much of a dial-up. They headed out towards the right-hand side, and Team Origin quickly got on the tail of Greek Challenge and started steering them all over the ocean. Greek Challenge trying to wriggle away there, and when they passed to weather of the committee boat, that was their opportunity to break the cover from the British boat. When they came back together, strangely, Team Origin didn't take the opportunity to actually get on the Greek Challenge again. It was almost as if they felt they'd dealt them the blow they didn't need to. But actually, when both boats came to the line at the start, both were on the line, absolutely spot on. And guess what? It was neck and neck. Team Origin crossed just ahead of Greek Challenge. Greek Challenge had the confidence to carry on out towards the left-hand side. When they came back together, it was neck and neck again, head to head. And again, as the two bounced their way up the first beat, this was way tighter than most people had expected. Once again, boats came together, and again, although this time the British were starting to squeeze a tiny advantage, but it was only a tiny advantage until it wasn't. 30 metres, Greeks got ahead. Then, in a slight wind shift, the Brits got ahead. The Brits having the right-hand side, having the slightly favoured side tactically, and having the advantage of a slight shift to the right, had squeaked a 20-metre lead until it was reduced, and then extended, and then reduced. Perhaps what was going through Ben Ainsley's mind that this match was actually going to be an awful lot tighter than he thought to start with. He forced the Greeks out towards the left-hand side at the weather mark. That gave him a little bit more breathing space and extended his lead to 60 or 70 metres, and then with a slicker hoist and a slightly better reading of that leg on the right-hand side of the course, managed to extend the lead a little bit more. They drew it out to 100 metres, but then the Greeks closed in again. Now, down at the bottom mark, both boats were together. Team Origin came round the right-hand mark there. The Greeks chose to take the left-hand mark in a bit of a gamble to go out the other side. What we didn't realise at the time was that the marks were actually quite skewed at the gate, and the Greeks had actually made the smart move. They'd pulled themselves back, but they were still trailing by 100 metres. Things were starting to look a little bit grim for Greek Challenge as they came up towards the top third of the second beat. By this stage, the two boats had got separated. There was now 150 metres between the two boats as they came out towards the ley line on the left-hand side. By the time Team Origin went round the weather mark and the Greek Challenge went round 48 seconds later, it was 200 metres between Team Origin and Greek Challenge. It was going to be a difficult ask on any day to haul back 200 metres against Team Origin. The Greek Challenge stayed out on the right-hand side of the course for some time, hoping to find a beneficial shift, hoping to find that extra puff, but they didn't. The distance between the boats stayed at about 250, 270 metres all the way down the run, and it really just became a drag race to the finish with the British crossing comfortably ahead.